Anyway, I'm Not Crazy Life is dropping July 18th. I got ProdByChxll with me. I got the beautiful Lee with me, my co-host. She's not a guest. He's the guest, but he's still more than a guest. I love him. I love both of these people.
I love you too, man.
I got a dilemma. It's been a while since I sat down and really got to air out my grievances while looking for perspective. So, do you think it's a such thing to be too nice?
Like, you wanna go that one? I want to hear a female perspective on that, a woman's perspective.
That's why she's here. She's here.
So, too nice in which way? Like, what do you mean?
Like, you could just be so giving that someone feels like
unattracted, in a sense.
Yeah, like at first y'all probably would have had great sex, but then, soon as you bought that breakfast, my nigga. Yeah, she's dry.
So you bringing her breakfast makes her not horny?
No,
how does that correlate?
We're not correlating that. I'm just saying, is there a such thing as being too nice, period, and getting taken advantage of, versus reciprocating good energy? That's been my kind of like battle these past few weeks. Like, am I getting back what I'm putting out? Am I just being a good person? Am I being me? Am I trying to be more than who I should? You know, so
I think from my experience, in some cases, yeah, I was too nice. Like say my first real relationship, for example. I always took the extra step above or go above and beyond when I didn't have to, and it didn't really change anything. And in the end, it ended. You feel me? So I guess in situations like that, yeah, where it's the small things, but at the same time, depending on the person, the small things matter. So like you bringing her breakfast, yeah, y'all may not have sex, but that's gonna have her like think better of you. Oh, he cares about if I ate breakfast today. I don't know. I feel like it's situational.
I would love to hear her take.
Well, I think it just depends who you're trying to be nice to. Like, I don't think there's too nice. Like, I don't think there's such a thing as too nice. But you also gotta realize that everybody's on a different level. So whose energy are you trying to match? And are they grateful to you for doing the things that you do, versus they don't give a fuck and they don't care if you're nice or not nice, and you're just trying to be something to someone who doesn't value what you bring into the table.
And that's like,
wow.
Like, but is that what comes with like time? Like, do you figure that out? Because you could probably play the field. You could play the field when you could reserve yourself and then just fall onto something.
It's just a matter of knowing who you are, being aware of like when your body's telling you, when your gut tells you like, don't go there with this person, and being aware of that versus trying to figure things out. You gotta get to know somebody before you know them for real, and do they even know themselves to be their true selves around you? So I think it's more of a matter of knowing yourself, being aware of you, and then understanding that your gut is talking to you, and listen.
When did you like figure out when you knew yourself though? I agree. I'm just asking, like, when did you? Because I feel like we all go through things and then you become a person. Like you know what you're not gonna deal with versus what you're going to. You know what you're gonna tolerate.
I mean, at this point, we're going right into boundaries and knowing how far you're willing to go within yourself in social situations, whether it's a date, whether it's just friends, it doesn't matter. Knowing how far you're willing to go, having those boundaries set, like, I think that's what's most important. So getting to know yourself is just spending time with yourself, knowing the things that you like and you don't like, what kind of people you enjoy being around, what kind of people you don't. Like, at this point, it's just a matter of taking time to get to know yourself. And there's no like time limit because we're always changing. So it's just a matter of like understanding who you are.
Yeah, I feel like
that was crazy.
Life was more crazy.
What's the run-on conversation we've been having the last week or two is people not knowing themselves, and us included, of course. But
yeah,
everything she just said kind of like killed our conversations the last week, bro. That's crazy.
It's perspective. That's what I'm saying. Like that
Yeah.
perspective be so crazy because it's like you went. Like I can't tell you what I was thinking when I was 19, 20, 21, just because I can't go back to that time and space. I know where I was, but I was still going.
Mm-hmm.
So many different phases. Now I'm seeing that those same things that I went through brought me to where I'm at, but how can I deal with it so it don't carry on with me? That's why when you said not knowing, I know who I am as a person. We all do. I'm pretty sure all of us know in this fucking room know who we are as a person. Nah, but real shit.
I would have to agree. Even the people behind the camera back there, you know, the I'm Human. You know, shout out to the pod, but and shout out to the entertainment.
Had a fish sandwich.
But you know, having conversations with y'all and obviously Alan Cash, my cousin, of course. This last year has been crazy. So for me to see my own development from a mental space to even physically, and to actually see how people change, or at least like I remove myself from one circle to put myself in a better circle, right? So now I'm being productive when I go outside. Now I'm being productive before and after work, and taking care of myself more. Like even, and like she said, setting boundaries. I didn't even realize that I've been setting boundaries within myself by not tolerating things and you know, choosing who I deal with and who not to deal with, or how to deal with them. And I feel like that may have been a reason why sometimes I forget who I am, or I have those moments where I truly don't know myself. And I spend time by myself to like rekindle. After like going out or something or working, always take a step back and it's just me. I try to turn my phone off for D&D, do not disturb. And I just sit back and I relax and take care of me.
Yeah.
So, 100%.
It's
And
important.
That's an everyday thing. Like that doesn't go away. Like I feel like everybody, you gotta have your bat cave. You got
Right.
to. I don't care.
Yes, sir.
I don't care if you're
yeah.
I don't care if you're my mom. I don't care if you're my fucking baby mom, my sister, my fucking whatever,
baby?
my dog, whatever. Like I need my space. So, no, you gotta have that. That isolation do make you learn more about yourself though. Cause I realized some shit about myself that I already knew. I just had to see it again, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You supposed to be, nigga. You got like it's. I ain't gonna say my GPA, but you supposed to be smart. And I'm like, why am I going through this? And I had to sit back and get in the corner. I literally was in a corner. If I could, can the cameras pan? Can I go stand in the corner? Anyway, if I could I was in a corner just breathing and just thinking. And I was like, bruh, a lot of the shit you did before, those were the steps that could have brought you to what you wanted, as far as just, you know, in the metaphysical. Oh, I got this stability. I ain't gotta worry about waking up at 5 in the morning. You know, just little shit that you think about in the car, but you got the music on, so you don't really think about it. Then when you in the shower, you might think about it, but then when you lay down, you might put on the TV, watch like the Johnny Depp trial or some shit. So,
what you trying to say?
I'm trying to say a lot.
Free Johnny Depp, by the
for
way.
real though, bro. That shit. I feel like we never, you know who you are as a person, but as humans we evolve. So like, I'm not the same person today that I was last year, December.
Even yesterday.
Even yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like also going back to like the too nice thing and dealing with other people, in a sense where like I used to feel I would feel an emotion towards someone just because I'm feeling it in myself and I don't realize that I'm feeling it in myself, right? So I take those steps back, like you said, that shower, I might take an extra 5-10 minutes just to sit in the shower and with my own thoughts. Or on a drive, I might turn the music down for once instead of listening to it all the way up, just to be in my own thoughts while I'm driving. But then, like, at the same time,
get in the right lane and not even turn.
that's crazy.
I had to throw that in there, but go ahead.
But at the same time, it's like it's just about where you want to go. I agree with you when it comes to like, yeah, maybe if you did those one or two things back then when you had the chance, your life would be different. Of course, any action or choice you chose would be different. Like it would lead to a different path. But now I feel like you just got to run with it. You did those in the past, and now it's time to not do those same or not make those same mistakes. Or if you feel like that decision wasn't a mistake, but you had a better choice, then just take the better choice next time. You know, learn from it. And I feel like knowing you as much as I do know you, or at least you allow me to know you, I feel like you're fully capable of making correct decisions. Whether you need time to critically think, or whether it's on the fly and on the spur that you have to make that choice, you can make that choice. I feel like a lot of people, at least my age, I'm only 20, so at least around my age, I feel like a lot of my generation doesn't have that, or they choose not to have it. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, it's beautiful that you know yourself so well at this point in your life, you
Thank
know?
you.
Like, a lot of people your age don't even have the level of, like, maturity that you have right now. So, be happy with that and celebrate that in yourself.
Yes, man.
Because it doesn't, shit doesn't come around that easy. And even that self-awareness doesn't come around that easy. So just to be where you're at right now with the knowledge that you already have is beautiful. And just understand that it's only going to grow. It's not going to get any lesser. It'll just keep growing and you'll just keep evolving. So it's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
When you going through that, I don't remember what I know where I was out of high school. Yeah, 19, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew who I was, though. Like, I knew when I was doing things to compromise myself. Like, as far as just, like, going back to boundaries, even with family, lovers. Like, when you like, look for a partner, like, what do you guys look for in a partner? Even if knowing when to set the boundaries with the person. Like, because you can't look for does that make sense? Like, how do you look for something without knowing what boundaries to set firsthand?
I'm going to jump in because I believe that you have to set the boundaries within yourself. Never mind what anybody else is doing. Like, you set the boundaries for yourself. Like, these are the things that I want to do. These are the things that I'm willing to do. For someone, these are, let's say, compromises, right? Sometimes we have to make them. So these are the compromises I'm willing to make for someone. No, I don't care if it's someone you're going to be dating, marrying, or just a fucking friend. You have to have that within yourself before you invite someone into your space. Because how are they ever going to respect your space if they don't even know? If you start off and everything is like free and everyone does whatever the fuck they want, like, how will they ever know to respect you if you don't already respect yourself? I mean, I'm always going to bring it back to the self and doing for yourself before you try to bring someone into the mix.
I agree.
You reflecting right now?
No, I'm
He
listening.
reflecting right now. He
No,
reflecting right
I'm listening and reflecting.
I mean, I feel like I just had this conversation with you the other day.
Nah, yeah, you did, but it's like I had to see it again. It's like you watched the movie the first time.
Yeah.
You didn't realize that the daughter's the one who lied to the dad and got the uncle killed with the goat in the backyard. And
What movie?
doesn't matter.
He
But
just
no.
made it up.
That was like, I don't know, not even just from relationships, but friendships as well. I felt like that before too. So it's like, okay, I take a step back and I look at myself. Am I really mad at them, or am I mad that I allowed them to do that? You know, or am I upset that this happened? Am I happy that this happened? What's really the reason? So then I took a step back from the relationship and focused on myself and realized that, okay, she could be a friend. We don't have to do this. That's cool. Or she could be a friend, but if she asks me to do this, that's not going to happen, you know? And
What about
cetera.
sex?
I mean, I personally don't like to have sex if I'm not in a relationship. That's just me.
But sex is like very like easy. It's like,
But sex is what you make it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's all you want to do, you can find it anywhere. Like, you can just go and that's it. There's always going to be somebody willing to go there with you.
what's that thing they call that people use to like numb their pain? It's their something. Coping mechanisms. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's it's a technical term. Muse. So like your muse could be like sex. Like when do you know like this
You
is
mean
someone
Vice? I never heard
A
of muse.
muse is an inspiration. So
Yeah.
you could be inspired by. Anyway.
I know you.
I mean,
but-
that's probably your muse.
yeah.
No. I was trying to just. I wanted to make sure. I
You
knew
want to
the
make
right
it sound
word.
pretty. That's all.
But yeah, like
We could call it muse for now.
them boundaries though. Like, what if you know like there are people that you want to like. You might want to. Fuck. But it's like nah.
Well, you just gotta be honest with them. This
Like,
is
yo,
all
I will
that's-
fuck you, but it's just like
That's all you
I'm
want.
chilling
I
right
mean,
now.
if that's all you want, you just say it, and the person needs to understand that with it, you know. And if they agree to it, then they're okay with it. Now, if their feelings get hurt because that's all it was, that's on them and not on you. If you were honest from the beginning.
Now, if you're hiding that, that's a different story.
Yeah, if you lie about it, I mean that's a whole nother story. Like if you just like painting a pretty picture to a girl so you can get in her pants, and that's just kind of fucked up. If you're honest from the beginning and just tell her, and if she's willing to go there, then
You
It is
think
what
that
it
women
is.
do the same thing? Do you think
Yeah.
that women will find a man who they know? It's like that's where I go back to the too nice thing, and that's really kind of the theme of what I'm trying to. Cause I'm just trying to understand why that's a thing because I thought
because it's like an animal fucking attraction. I mean, it's just like a body thing. Like it's not an emotions thing.
so like some women would rather have a bad experience with a boring guy.
What do you mean a bad experience? Like I don't think like, and I'm gonna speak from my personal experience. Like I wouldn't put myself in a situation that's gonna be bad. I'm gonna put myself in a situation like that if I know who the person is and we agree. Like it's not gonna be like I'm just gonna jump into this shit for the fuck of it and then be all fucked up the next day. No.
I think it's if I understand correctly, I think like your perception of it is, since you're in a way nicer than this dude, or let's just say better for to be blatant. Since you're better than this guy, you treat her better, you cater her needs, etc., etc., etc. But he treats her like shit. You feel like that she's gonna go with him and have a bad experience instead of having a good experience with you. Is that correct?
No. I'm just giving perspective. Like when you say, because some people might look at certain qualities more than the others
Right.
because of where we are.
Exactly.
Like, your circumstances will affect that, and that's why I'm Not Crazy Life is July 18th. But that's where it comes from. Is like knowing the certain things that happen and the certain thing, what happens to you versus what you choose. And I feel like that's really like the thing that.
I mean, what
starts.
happens to you is your choice.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Oh shit.
I still have to agree with that too.
Yeah, she's right though, because most of the time.
Because you make the choice to put yourself in a situation.
Because y'all are there. I want to know, like, more personally, like, how do you feel at your age, in this world, at this day and age, trying to, like, pursue your goals? And
I mean, I feel.
and keep your peace. That's what I should have asked you.
What do you mean?
first.
What do you mean by that?
How you trying to keep your peace right now? And at 20 years old, how you
Oh my
keeping your
god.
peace?
Stop hitting the table.
At 20 years old, how you trying to keep your peace? They can cut that.
At 20 years old, how am I keeping my peace? I mean, I do what I do what I feel like I'm supposed to do. I feel like that within my music, my career that I want to pursue musically, I feel like God gave me a skill and a talent to connect to people on an emotional level. So I want to make emotional music, whether that's when I go to my R&B stuff, or I have my darker songs, or even if it's just having fun, saying whatever. I feel like that's my goal, and whenever I'm making music and pursuing anything musically related, I'm happy doing that. Like we go out, take pictures, photography now. I'm getting more into that. Even videos. Caleb, what are you eating? No, that was disturbing. Like the way he ate. Anyway, even videos, like.
Did he stick his hand in the
Exactly,
water
right?
and
It's
lick
not
it
just
and
me.
then take? What is going on right
I
now?
don't know, bro.
I don't know. Go
Just
ahead.
say pause next time you do
Part
that.
of the cookie fell, so I was trying to hold it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Chips ahoy.
I'm gonna give him a pass. But like even videos and stuff now, like oftentimes I find myself on YouTube watching videos of how to do stuff, learning. You know, a lot of my free time I'm spending learning. A lot of time I don't have time like to hang out with friends anymore. I have to make time for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too busy with work and music and photography and whatnot. Even like I Am Human, they're helping me get better with my photography now. We're collabing a lot more on videos and ideas and aspects of that. Even working with my cousin Alan Cash. Musically, he has new ideas for me. So
I'm Not
like,
Crazy Life is dropping July 18th.
July 18th.
Not to cut you off.
No, you good.
Not to cut you off.
Quick promo, but I feel like that is my peace. Me chasing my dreams is happy. It makes me peaceful.
More than your humanistic obligations as a person.
I mean, if we're going to that, it's like every situation I feel like I'm in, I have a choice. I have an A, B, C, etc. All the way down to Z, probably back up to the double A, however you want to number it, right? But
she would probably be able to give you better advice than I would. Then.
Yeah, I'm not asking you from it.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I'm Not Crazy Life is July 18th.
July 18th, bro.
But like even
should have been a Gemini.
I don't know what that means, but even from the aspect of like the family, I gotta help take care of my niece and my nephew, or I have to, my mom might want some. Like this morning, she wanted some food, but we didn't feel like going anywhere. We got food in there. I could get up and go cook for her instead. She found a way herself, but if that was one of my obligations, I would have got up and did it. If I really want to, I would have got up and did it. I make her breakfast, etc., etc., etc. All of that. And I guess at times it does get overbearing, but lately I've started to come into the habit where if no is the first thing I want to say, I should probably say yes. Like at least like to my mother. She asked me to do something and I want to say no, I'm gonna say yes.
A lot of young niggas don't think like that.
But it's like
I respect you for that.
My thing is you don't know when your time is up.
Mm-hmm.
I could hop in a car and not make it home. My mom could not wake up, God forbid. But those things that happen and we have no control over that. But what we do have control over is how we choose to spend our time. So if my mom wants something done and I could do it, I'm humanly able to do it, then I'm going to try to get up and do it, And like I said, sometimes it does get overbearing, but at the end of the day, I feel like we have to take care of the people that take care of us. And that's just what it is.
But what are you doing for you?
What
are you doing? Not as far as like music and all that. Like let's leave that on the side. What are you doing for you to like open up your creativity, like to just take care of you, so that everything else doesn't become too much?
I mean, I guess I'm still taking that step into my spirituality and finding like divinity inside myself. Yeah, divinity inside myself, and and things of that nature. Like recently, maybe the last couple of months, I've started to just go outside. That's not like within the last year. I just started to go outside. I don't have to do anything. I just go out there, stand in the sun, stand in the shade, just spend some time to myself, 10 minutes, some time to myself, and just breathe. Just like be grateful for the things that I'm blessed with. Some people can't get up and go outside.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's like, I try to be appreciative and grateful for that, and that alone like kind of just keeps me going. I got up out of bed, went outside and breathed, felt fresh air. It was raining. Go outside, it's raining or whatever. Open up the window, hear the rain more. Small stuff like that. Those are like mentally.
You was walking in the driveway on the wet driveway with no shoes on?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Shut up. That's what I do.
That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy.
I didn't even know that.
That was insane. I wasn't ready for that one.
Some people do that though.
But no, it's just like those small things.
On purpose.
Make those small things just make me feel better. Yeah. And as far as like creatively, to influence me creatively, besides my the what I want to pursue career wise, I mean, I feel like just normal stuff. I see a nice car, I'm creative. I want to I try to imagine if we're taking pictures of it, how would I take a picture of it? Mm-hmm. Or if I see someone wearing a nice outfit, nice dress or whatever, same thing. Or if someone's just being nice to me, or if I'm being nice to someone and it's a nice interaction or just a beautiful interaction, now I want to make music. Or now I want to, get dressed up and go outside and with the camera, stuff like that.
You had a reason to
Yeah,
bask
I just feel like really having positive interactions and at least trying to promote positive interactions is what makes me feel okay, if that makes sense.
It does.
and that's you got to that you got to the point of finding your peace through that by circumstance or by just finding it. Like it didn't necessarily fall in your lap, or it was kind of just like, okay.
I want to say both. I want to say both. Um, you're aware of my upbringing. You're aware of what the family has been through and how we've come up. But I feel like I wasn't in the best mental space around like graduation, and after that I didn't know who I was. I started working because we need money. We need to pay bills, right? And then I found someone who did music, or one of the old friends who did music, and I've always had a love for it. My uncle played piano. He sang. My mom was a singer. I was in the church choir in a youth choir. So it's always in me, and I always had the like love for it. But then to see someone else do it inspired me. So I want to do it too, right? But I still trust my own path. I feel like that's kind of circumstance, but at the same time, I still chose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was just
it
kind
was
of
kind of
blessed.
written in the stars.
Yeah, I was kind of just blessed to be where I was at the time that I was. As far as like where I am today, work wise, a friend told me where she worked, told me to apply. I applied. I've been there for 4 years now, going on 4 years now. So even like simple stuff like that, that's just a place of occupation. You could work anywhere. It's just a choice. Or if someone says like they know someone who could get you a CDL, now you're a truck driver. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like me personally, it's just the divine interaction of the both. I try to make the best choice that I can come up with. I sit and think about it, and if that's what the situation is, or that's what the situation calls for, then I follow it. I try not to dwell too much on things or overthink things anymore, because I used to do that a lot when I was in school. But I feel like and not only that, just seeing the people before me, the choices my mom made, the choices my dad made, the choices my brothers made, the choices that you've made.
I'm still battling that same shit. I'm 30 years old. I'm still battling shit that I feel like I should have figured out earlier. So I'm right there with you.
But like she said, there's no time limit on that either.
That's why I say
No
it's
time
an
limit
everyday
to
thing, bro.
exactly. So, and even still, like today's situation, I didn't know if you needed another person on the podcast. I called to make sure.
The cameraman was upset when I pulled up. They
Yeah,
were mad that
you know.
they were. I've been late every time and no one ever said shit.
Yeah,
But now that I'm early,
it's an issue.
it's an
Exactly.
issue. When
Yeah.
a freak boy do
Well,
it,
when a
it's
freak-
okay.
But like even stuff like that, and now that's allowing me to come into y'all world and have a conversation with y'all, and I'm already getting insight that I probably wouldn't have got. I definitely wouldn't have got if I stayed at home. I would have been on the computer learning and making music. You know what I mean? So it's just a choice in a situation. You told me about the podcast last night, maybe
Yeah.
2 nights before.
Last minute shit.
So it's just
Nigga shit.
yeah. If that's what
I
you
was
wanna
being a
call it.
bumbleclot.
Exactly. But so that was just a situation presenting itself, and I took it up and I followed, and made the choice and I followed it.
And that's the shit I'm trying to figure out now. Like, we're not trying to. I figured it out. I realized I literally had to tap into a space. Like, at work, I was acting shocked just to avoid my brain from going into a separate space where I was ruminating on bullshit. Something that she kind of taught me when I first met her. Because it took me 3 hours just to get her name, but it's cool. It's another episode. But yeah, man, I am. A lot of people ain't mature like that, bro. Like, I can tell you right now, I know who I am as a person, but I don't know what I do. I don't trust myself. I still don't trust myself.
Do you trust yourself?
Yes.
How does that come about? Like, if you don't mind
I don't
opening up
mind
about
at
that
all.
journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of keeping your word to yourself. So if you say you're going to do something, do it. Don't let anything distract you from it. So let's say, it's simple. Like I told him on the last episode. It's like, simplest thing, you're going to make yourself a meal. Make yourself the meal. Don't just order something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, if you say you're going to write a song, you're going to take some pictures, follow through for yourself.
Hey, we got a song for like every single saying. Send on what you say.
Literally.
Like follow through.
Nah,
No,
But
but that's facts. Yeah.
that's all. That's how you build self-trust.
Mm-hmm.
When you trust yourself, you can't go wrong. Like, you'll understand. Like, you'll be able to read the energy of somebody else. Like, when you trust yourself, nothing seems convoluted. Like, everything seems clear.
What was the word?
Convoluted.
Convoluted.
You never heard that? That's an SAT word.
I heard it. I just know what she meant. I know what it means now because of the context.
Nah,
I
yeah,
thought convoluted was like an air conditioning company or something.
Oh my god.
Damn. Crazy. FCAT didn't do
So, from her words, why do you feel like you don't trust yourself? You know, going off
Nah,
of what
just
she
I don't
said
know what the
about
fuck.
her personal journey.
shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do in any situation. That's why I don't let nobody say, if I were you, you don't know what you would do. I can't tell you what you should do. I can say from my perspective. So when I say I don't trust myself, it's not that I don't know the decisions. It's just I could wake up and, I mean, do you really want me to go dark real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wake up and your mama dead. Damn, do you still go to work?
Obviously.
Check on your nephew that need to go to school? Do you put gas in your car, but the hospital's closer? You see what I'm saying?
That's
That-
okay.
but
Like
that-
when
that's
you,
a whole nother.
yeah.
But you
I
have
think,
to, like, I think that you're
But
like
not dwelling in
overthinking
that.
shit too
No, no,
much.
no,
Like,
no. I'm just
honestly,
saying
like,
that those
every day you wake
circumstances,
up, you handle the day with what you have right then and there,
Yeah.
not with what may be tomorrow. That shit doesn't even fucking matter.
Right.
it doesn't exist.
So you work with what you have right now.
And
That's
I finally gotten to that point. I don't even think into the future.
So I feel like let's go off of the scenario you said, right? You wake up and your mom dead. You don't take your kid to school. You don't take your nephew to school.
I don't know what
You got to tend. You might have to tend to your mom.
You
might
gotta
have
tend
make
to
sure
what's in front of you
what's
right
in
then
front
and
of you,
there.
because that's what's urgent. What's most important to
Still
you.
having the big
So I feel like,
picture.
for me, and just recently I'm starting to get in the habit of, like, when I get up, to have a list of things like in order of importance, right? So let's say I go to work at such and such time. How much time do I have to myself? How much time do I have to spend with certain people? Can I make time for people? Can I make time for, like you said, what if I want to cook for myself? Make that commitment and cook for myself, right?
Yeah.
So I try to build an order of importance. Now on that day, if you already had a preset plan the night before, and you wake up and that unfortunate situation happens, then you gotta reorganize it. You know what I mean? So it's not. I feel like, in my personal opinion, that doesn't have anything to do with trusting yourself. That has something to do with,
Discipline?
in a sense, yeah, but about, like she said, how you deal with the things that are in front of you that you have to work with that day. So I don't know. I can't tell you what you should do. I can't tell you
I'm
what
saying
I
that
think I would do. But
It's taken me so many different like circles to finally get to the point where I can cancel that out. And I didn't think I could do that. Like, I did a breathing exercise with her once, and I didn't think about nothing. And I'm like, damn, if I could just go through the whole day in that one space, like, where I was just, I don't even know what's going on. I'm in the
You
car.
can. Like, I don't know how many times, like, I'm gonna have to say this to
It
people.
kind of works.
But you
at
have
work.
to do, like, you have to set yourself up for the day. So when you wake up, instead of jumping out of bed to go do what you have to do, wake up a little bit earlier. Take that time to clear your mind. Whatever it is you need to do, whether it's breathing, meditate,
Sitting in the kitchen on the
right,
table in the dark.
right, drink coffee, drink tea, whatever it is you need to do in the morning to get your mind clear. Do that every day. Show up every day for yourself in that way. Then you can handle the day better. Like, there's just no way around it. Like, you have to make that time for you. That's why I was asking him what he's doing for himself. Not the music thing, not the anything else. For
Person.
himself. For his soul. Like, I think that's the point where you need to get to.
No, I'm there.
No, you're not.
You don't think so?
No. Because you do it maybe one day and then the next day you don't. You see what I'm saying? Like,
But
you
that's
have to
just
be
because it's
consistent.
like-
No, it's about consistency. Like, self-trust. If you do it every day, you know yourself. Like, you know that you're going to do this no matter what the fuck is happening. The world could fall apart and you're still doing your shit. So it's just a matter of like being consistent with you, holding yourself accountable. Like, how are you showing up for you? Like, I asked you this the last time. How are you showing up for yourself?
Can you answer that? Yes or no? Can you answer that?
Yes.
Do you want to?
My phone was on silent. I'm Not Crazy Life is dropping July 18th.
So do you want to answer that question? Can you repeat it one more time for us, please?
How are you showing up for yourself? How are you holding yourself accountable?
40, 60.
Okay, so that's still not 100%. So you're still not doing it. So it's a big fat no.
Yeah, I figured, like, I found a way. It's like a weird technique I play with my mind.
You can't play with your mind.
You gotta be straight up to yourself, with yourself.
No, how are you gonna? How will you ever trust yourself if you're lying to yourself?
It's not necessarily. It's not a lie.
It's a trick.
It's just knowing that I don't even need to think about this because it don't matter. But I still gotta, like, deal with it. Is that? Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Like, I'm supposed to care about some shit I'm not supposed to care about.
So what do you mean? Like, supposed to care about some shit you're not supposed to
Like
care
an
about?
obligation?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
is
why
it
I
an
said
obligation? Yeah. So
like
if you're talking about obligations, like, everyone has them. We all do it.
Those obligations.
It's just a matter of, like, accepting it. Like, okay, this is what I have to do right now. Accepting it and moving in acceptance, not hating every moment of it, because then you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah, I don't want to be no damn. What's the dude that don't like Christmas?
The Grinch.
Yeah.
The dude that don't like Christmas.
Yeah. I won't though. Like, but I didn't get to that point through, like, self growth. I got to that point through circumstance. Like, I literally said, "What am I doing for me?" That's why I'm glad you asked him, because I was like, "Yo, I ain't do shit for myself today." Literally, I didn't even eat a proper meal.
But think about it.
So
you say you got
not
there
today, but I'm talking about, like,
yeah. But you say you got that through circumstance, not self development, not self growth.
Right.
But you're constantly growing, so that's still part of the reason.
Yeah.
So your self growth to yourself may be.
It's just something you didn't learn from somebody else. You learned on yourself,
right.
Like, by yourself, like, on your own, and that's even better than learning it from somebody else.
I can't take him serious, bro.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. You just laugh for 10 seconds.
Nah, keep going.
But yeah.
But no, like she said, I think that's. Yeah, thank you for your insight once again, because now I'm learning new things about myself already. But like she said, I feel like or to build off of what she said, I feel like, in my opinion, on what you tell me, because I don't know everything. I don't know who you are when you're by yourself. I don't know the choices and decisions you contemplate until you make. I don't know.
Can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone knows who they are until they're by themselves.
Agreed.
I'm Not Crazy Life is dropping out July 18th.
I mean, yeah, I have to agree with that too. But like I said, I don't know everything about you. I probably don't know most about you, right?
Right.
So when you contribute everything, not everything, but most of your stuff to your circumstance instead of your self development, I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like in a sense he's kicking himself more. Mm-hmm. Like he's making it harder.
He does.
And you're like looking down on yourself in a sense.
Yeah.
Because
that negative self talk.
Right. And I feel like that if you, let's say decisions you made when you're 20, 19, 20, 21, right? Around that age. You said earlier, you said that you don't know what you were thinking back then. Like your current self right now, you can't even imagine what you were thinking back then, right?
I knew who I was, but my mindset, I was just all over. Like, I just know that I was doing what I wanted more than what I needed.
So,
but I knew who I was, though. I wasn't out here being a freak bull.
But when the freak bull...
No, I was.
You was. I seen the video, but we ain't going to talk about that video.
Yeah.
But like I said, so currently, you said you don't know what you would think at that 19, 20, 21, right?
Right.
Why?
I was in a different space. I wasn't really thinking about myself. I was thinking about everything around me. I was orbiting around the things that made me feel useful.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
And it
for
took me
me,
too long to figure that out. That's why I want to make sure my young niggas don't go through that same shit.
100%. I feel like for me, maybe because my, it's like, I guess, more recent. But when I was 16, 17, I knew what I was thinking. I knew what I would do in a certain situation. I feel like maybe it's my sense of self-awareness compared to yours, and not to compare each other, but, in terms of this situation, I still knew, I know exactly what I was thinking 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I knew exactly what I wanted
Don't
5
go
years.
back that far.
I mean, yeah, but I'm trying to go back to, like, relative to your 19, 20, 21. My 16, 18, 17, 18, you feel me? So, like, I feel like you not knowing that is just a disconnect you have within yourself that you contribute to situations.
Right.
And
I would
not to
agree.
the self-growth.
I would
Because
agree.
it's been 10 years, let's say, right? You're going to grow. You grow every single day.
I've grown in different places. This is weird. It's like you feel like
It's still growth, though.
You elevate in different spots, and it's like, damn, okay, you got this, but you still like this. Then you're like this, but you don't have this. And then
Yeah, but then that's wonderful that you even know that. Knowing is what assists you in fucking balancing the whole situation.
I just
So
learned
if
it
you
the
know
other
that,
night. I
like,
just figured it out the other
Listen.
night.
like if
Don't talk. Listen.
like if you know you're doing good, let's say I don't know, financially with your work environment, let's say you're doing well, and that's great, and you have a home and your home life as well. However, maybe your relationships, your social life is not that great right now, right? So you got two things here, so how can you bring balance to the other ones? And you start looking at that side of things and bringing some balance into it while keeping these things still doing well without compromising these things over here. And just bring in balance. So maybe you got to cut off some people. Maybe you got to bring in better people. Whatever it may be. It's just finding
cut
a way
off
to...
yourself.
I mean...
Don't talk.
Cutting off yourself from certain groups of people is always essential in our growth, right? If there's a group of friends that we have that are going in a direction we don't want to end up in, you cut yourself off from that. I mean, it's just simple. That's just common sense. If there's such a thing as common sense, but I didn't have a better word. It's just learning to look at all the things, knowing where you're maybe lacking, and extending some energy towards that so you can bring some balance. It's like pillars of life, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what a pillar is until
Well,
I
now
have
you
a
know.
video game.
I can respect that.
So a pillar is basically you're moving up.
It's
like
a structure of support.
a structure for support, yeah, like for your
A
foundation.
foundation. So
Like-
Yeah.
it's under the foundation.
Yeah.
Be a pillar.
Okay.
Pause.
Yeah, so
Like how my thighs are a pillar to
Okay.
my.
Yeah. Exactly like that.
I think that's a good starting point for you. When you go home tonight, you can take a look at your foundation.
You got homework.
Yep. Take
Never
a look
was
at your
good at that.
foundation.
Never was good at homework.
Well,
That's
it's
all
time for a
right.
change.
This is soul work. This
When
is
I
not
passed the
homework.
test, they wanted-
Soul work.
Cause you're taking steps. You got soles and shoes.
That's a bar. Soul work because you're taking steps. I didn't get that at first. Now that's crazy.
Can make the song later.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. Life is July 18th.
July 18th, man. July 18th. You feel me? But
But
yeah, the
100%,
cameraman
man.
keep leaning over like he getting the FaceTime. I don't know if he.
I'm
you
trying
take-
to figure out how much time 26 minutes till my SD card runs out.
Okay. We
20,
can-
26.
Exactly a timer.
Okay.
That was right around the time I started to find myself.
Around 26. That's good. Why is that funny? Why's that,
No,
why's that funny? That's a good
it's
thing,
not
yo.
funny. It's not even true. But
Oh. So when did you feel like you started to find yourself?
when I went through enough bullshit, bro, I should have just looked around. I should have looked within. I got hit by the bus looking at the birds.
Okay.
For real.
I got hit by the bus looking at the birds. So the birds were
I'm crossing the street looking up. Like, come on, bro.
okay.
Yeah, like you don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
So,
Something like that.
but that's why it's admirable to see that you've, at 19. That's why I say I'm so proud of you.
20.
At 19. At 19, to see you this humble. To you're so humble, bro. I love it. Like you're just such a humble guy. I'm not, but for her to see you at this
Only if you
mindset,
know what you was talking
Honestly,
about.
like you literally almost smacked the camera.
I did. My wingspan that long.
You went back. You were super close.
But no, to see you here at such a young age, I have hope for you. Like I'm not worried about. I can tell I'm not worried about you. You're gonna be alright. I don't see you really going through any trials and tribulations that are outside of you. And looking at you has caused me to look within myself because I'm like, damn, if I was this focused.
I mean, that's
It's
what we should do,
inspiring.
though, right?
Yeah, it's inspiring.
I feel like
and you younger than me.
I appreciate
We
it.
ain't gotta say our ages again.
Yeah, you like what, 52?
30.
Yeah, my fault. But like, no, it's. I
I'm
feel
not
like that's
crazy.
just
Life is July 18th.
July 18th. I'm not crazy. Life is. But I feel like that's just what it should be, you know. He's my cousin. I didn't like. Grew up, I always knew him. We always was like over at each other's houses or whatever, or my house in this case. But when I started to develop into my own personality, my own person, like when I was in school, graduating, I didn't know him. I just knew, okay, Gerard's my cousin. I have a cousin named Gerard. I don't know what he does. I don't know where he works at. I don't know what part of the family he's from until my mom put us in touch. I was making beats, and she's like, you know your cousin rap, right? I was like, no, I didn't know that. One morning I was late for school. She came pick me up and took me to school. She's playing his music in the car. She's like, what you think about this? I was like, oh, this nice. So this your cousin. Y'all need to make some music together. Give him some of your beats. Let's see what can happen. Ever since then, I feel like not only my career, but me as a person, I've like rocket ship. You know, I'm in space now. I'm exploring places I've never explored within myself, within my career, within
Those
my
are good
passions.
relationships, and that's why.
Exactly. So
For you
I
to-
left those.
For me to inspire you when you were younger, and for you to inspire me as I was older, just sticks out to me, and that's another reason why. Like I'm grateful. Like, even
Likewise.
to someone like her, like she's shown me so much just from 4 conversations. I probably talked to you 4 or 5 times.
Mhm.
I haven't even talked to her like 6, 7 times, and I've already like went home and been like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did your soul work a little bit?
I did a little
sir.
bit. You know,
Yes,
and I
sir.
jumped back out and got on video.
No, you gotta start breathing.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like I said, so I feel like in terms of who we are as people and who we are within the identity of ourself, it does come from situation, but also comes from choices. I could have heard your song. She said, "Let's like go work with your cousin." I could have said no. That's my cousin. I don't, you know how hard it is for family to support you.
Mhm.
So it's like, or for some family to support you, I could have said no. I could have did this. I could have made in hindsight, I could have made a bad choice. Back then, it was just a choice, not good, not bad. But I took the step out. I took the leap of faith, and I was like, okay, I want to do something. This is a chance for me to do something. Did it. Now look at me now. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think anybody's better than me. You know, everything. I feel like we're all equal, right, in our own sense. But compared to a lot of people my age, sometimes I do feel like I'm further along than them, and sometimes that's not even a good thing. Sometimes I feel like I'm behind some people. No, not at you.
No, I'm just
But
saying.
sometimes I feel like I'm behind some people. I had a conversation with one of the humans, Dwight, about his career path and goals and stuff that he's making for himself, and he's already 5 years ahead. I had to go back home, and I told you about it. I went back home and I sat down. I'm like, wow, he's 2 years younger than me, 2 or 3 years younger than me. No, 2 years younger than me, and I feel like he's further along than I am. So how can I learn from this?
It takes
Not be
some-
jealous, not
yeah.
be no like feelings of resentment. How can I learn from this? Because he's teaching me right now.
Some people get it quicker. Some people get it at like she said, there's no time limit. That's why I said it's an everyday battle.
Exactly.
That's why she's here. She keeps me centered. The beautiful Lee. So glad that she's here. But for real though,
I'm glad
shit
you're
is-
here too, because he needs this.
Thank
No,
you.
I don't. No, I don't know what I need.
You need to teach him like 5 more breathing techniques, please.
I have a ton of them.
Oh, for real? No.
But now back to what I was saying. So like I'm saying, Dwight having a simple conversation, and I had to take a step back and like, okay, he's saying like a lot of good things right now, and that's just for the planning he has for himself and for him moving forward.
Mhm.
How can I learn from that and implement that mindset and that tenacity within my own life, within myself? So I said, okay, we can do it this way. called Cuzzy. I said, yo, next time we pull up, we getting this done. Next time this happens, we're getting this done. Before, if you pull up on a day I have to go to work, then we got to go out and do this. Or we got to sit here and talk about how we're going to get this done. You know, stuff like that. Commitment. And it's kind of crazy because now, going back to what you said at the beginning, is making those oaths to yourself. Like, if I want to get up and if I want to cook myself breakfast, then I need to get up and commit and cook myself breakfast. Kind of same thing how I try to hold him and myself accountable in terms of music, but on a more personal and daily level. So 100%, man. I don't think that you good?
You know what I think?
What you think?
I'm not crazy like this.
July 18th.
July 18th, baby.
But and at the same time, you know, I feel like although I feel like that statement is true, you can't hop behind that statement. You still have to get up and face reality and face.
No, that's the play on weak minds who blame their certain. That was the whole theme of this podcast. Is I really just wanted to pick at y'all brain and see like how y'all navigated through circumstance versus knowing who you are as yourself. Because you might compromise and you just might say, "I'm not fucking. I'm gonna do this because I'm here." That's why I say I'm not crazy. Life is. That's why then people say, "Oh, that's not true." And most people don't want to hold themselves accountable for their choices. So did something happen to you, or did you make that choice? Now you figuring out the balance. This is like a triple entendre or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah, but that's why I say.
How you feel about that?
I mean, I think that we make all the choices in our lives that get us to the situations that we get into. We always say yes to something before something else happens.
I woke up and said, I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing a podcast today.
Like, I think that, like, aside from, like, you minding your business at home and having a home invasion and having some crazy shit happening like that, that you put yourself in every situation.
100%.
Like, you go to the places, you go and hang out with the people, you go and drink the drink. You know, like,
you put yourself in that environment.
You choose to go there and do that. Now, if you know you're going to be in a situation where any wild shit can happen, then you need to be, like, aware enough to not
be responsible.
Not grab the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just anything. Like, just be careful. Like, be aware of your surroundings. Know who you're with. Because not everyone's down for you. Not everyone's going to have your back. So, just taking precautions for yourself. I think that prevents you from getting into some fucked up situations.
We need more women like her, like, for real, bro. It's like a shortage of real women. And I'm so mad at these dumb bitches, bro. Like,
stop calling them dumb bitches.
You're right. I'm sorry. You just reminded me of something that someone said the opposite of. Like, they had like a sense of entitlement in the situation that they put themselves in, and I was just like, wow, you really feel like. But then, like, the tables turn is different, but it's not their fault. It's not their fault. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, avoiding accountability.
I mean, yeah, like, I had some fucked up shit happen to me in my life, but I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it.
No, but it's not
it
your
is
fault
what
that
it
you
is.
made your choice.
I decided to do certain things, and they put me in a situation, and there I was. Okay, no, I learned from it. Now I won't make that mistake again. But you don't know until you go through it. So some people just need to learn the hard way. Other people can learn the easy way. I had to learn the hard way.
I learned semi-hard.
Pause.
No,
you learned the crazy way.
I learned the crazy way. I learned both. I made choices, and then I got hit with a little bit of reality. So
I was fortunate to learn from examples. Like I said, my brothers, my father, my mother. I was fortunate enough to see how adult relationships were within my aunties and my uncles, and you know the people that they dealt with, right? So when I was in school, I just kind of translated what I saw at home or what I saw out to the people I was around. Okay, my friend does this. He plays football. He's a popular dude. He hangs out with this crowd. Okay, if I hang out with him, then I'll be in the same crowd. What do? They smoke. They do this. They drink. I'm in high school. I know that that's not responsible for me to do. Not on some, like, not want to live or have fun. That's just not responsible. So why do I put myself around that? And even after I graduated, I still realized like that's not what I want to do. You know. Then dealing with relationships, I would talk to such and such and realize, okay, she has these type of traits, and I may have traits like this, similar to someone I saw before, my mother and my father, my aunts and my uncles, you know, and the people they dealt with once again, or my brothers. And I realized, okay, this isn't healthy. This isn't going to help me unless, or not only me, but it isn't going to help me or her unless we could come to an agreement and work things out. Etc. Even within friendships. Okay, me and Gerara, we might be cool friends, but whenever like situations get serious, I realize that I can't be there for him because he's the one putting us in that situation, or vice versa. He can't be there for me, and I can't expect him to be there for me because I put us in a situation. So like, I feel like I was very fortunate to be able to learn by example, just by watching, and not have to go out there and make those same mistakes. I still make my own mistakes, of course. I feel like that's probably the best way to learn, but to take it like something that's close and almost equal to me, is learning by example. If I seen you make a mistake, I have no reason to make that same mistake. I should have already learned from it. You know what I mean?
If I see somebody like crash into a wall, I'm not finna crash into it. I'm gonna make that left turn.
I mean, it might be another reason they crash into a wall, but yeah.
Circumstance.
No, that was crazy. I'm not crazy.
Hey,
Life is.
I'm not crazy.
July
Life
18th.
is July 18th.
July 18th.
I want to thank the beautifully. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on this part. I'm gonna make. Yeah, you heard me. Okay.
Yeah, he hear you.
He heard me.
He heard you.
I think he could hear you clearly.
I'm happy to have her here. She's a beautiful light, and I'm happy to have you here too. And this was a good. I think I'm gonna name this episode "Is It Really Me?"
I think it really is you.
It might be.
It always is.
We'll see in the post edit.
Just remember that you're responsible for you and everything that's around you. So everything that happens in your life is you. It's nobody else.
I'm not crazy. Life is
July 18th.
all right. Kate.